you like sports? I think what makes sports games so interesting is strategy. The game can be won or lost depending on what strategy the coach chooses and how the team members understand and execute that strategy. Sometimes life feels like one big sports game, but we have to keep running, create the strategy, set up plays for the first and second half, and train to keep our strength up. In every one of us, there is an offense and defense player. But do you know that what true defense is? It's about not worrying ahead of time. Worrying will only ruin your today and set fire to your tomorrow. So optimism that everything will work out. That is the best coach that we can ask for in life. This is Kevin's Hot Beat. Our first song on Kevin's Hot Beat for Wednesday, May 7th was Solo by C Clown. Hello guys, I'm Kevin from Zell. Are you following your strategy today? There's one thing that I forgot to mention about every sports game. There is always a halftime, a break. When things don't seem to be going the right way, take a few moments to recharge. Let me tell you how you can tune into Hot Beat. We've got FM stations in Jeju Island. These are the areas that you can find out. 88.7 in Jeju, 88.1 in Seogwipo, 101.9 in Daejeon, and we've got terrestrial DMB as well. You can also tune in to us from New York in the US via snbus.com or SNB Radio. And I love to hear from you guys, so leave us your comments, messages, and song requests here on the Hotbeat message board at www.arirangfm.com/hotbeat. You can write your messages in any languages. The winner of today's Mission Impossible will take home an exclusive Polaroid photo of Zia, and on part 2, we'll be back with the beat on Pray For You. Let's kick off today's Hot Beat with two songs, Hush by Miss A and Hate You by Ladies Code. Mission Impossible. Today's winner will be receiving a Polaroid photo of Zell. Now here is your first hint. This is a liquid that makes you drunk. In small quantities, it can be good for you, but in excess, it can be poisonous. In Korea, you have to be 19 to buy this. What is this? Number 1, water. Number 2, alcohol. Number 3, milk. If you know the answer, post it on the Hotbeat message board at www.arirangfm.com/hotbeat. Now, while you're doing that, let's listen to one more song. 살만 찌고 Only Gained Weight by 4Minute. Now, the second hint on Mission Impossible. This comes in many different types. There are fermented types like beer, 청주, refined rice wine, and makgeolli, and distilled types like soju, Gauliang liquor, and whiskey. What is this? Now, number 1, water. Number 2, alcohol. Number 3, milk. Now, if you know the answer, post it on the Hotbeat message board at www.arirangfm.com/hotbeat. Now, let's listen to music. 회복이 급해, Return by Too Big, featured by Harim and Hotu. Here's your last Mission Impossible hint. This sometimes appears in a song. Recently, singer John Park sang a song about this on the album 강승원 1집 만들기 Project, or 강승원 First Album Project. What is this? Number 1, water. Number 2, alcohol. Number 3, milk. If you know the answer, post it on the Hotbeat message board at www.arirangfm.com/hotbeat. We'll be playing more music for you now. Alcohol by John Park. Here's a recap of today's Mission Impossible. Hint number 1, this is a liquid that makes you drunk. And in Korea, you have to be over the age of 19 to buy it. Number 2, there are many types of this, including beer, makgeolli, wine, soju, and whiskey. Number 3, recently singer John Park sang about this on the album called Kang Seung-won First Album Project. What is this? Number 1, water. Number 2, alcohol. Number 3, milk. If you know the answer, post it on the Hotbeat message board at www.arirangfm.com/hotbeat. Now, today's winner will be receiving a photo from Zea. I'll be playing more music for you now. 다음 날, The Next Day by Juniel.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to listen to Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro. Chicas bonitas, are you ready to join? Ponte la Hogar with Beats.
Your Love by Lee-jung, featured by Lisa. I know a lot of you have smartphones, so I'd like to tell you about our Arirang Radio smartphone app. Just search for Arirang Radio in your app store. It's a free app. ARIRANG RADIO, Arirang Radio. You can listen to a program on the move and leave your comments through the smartphone Arirang Radio app. Just log in once and you can set a total login, so if you haven't got it, you know what to do. Get it now. Also, you can listen to Arirang Radio through TuneIn. It's an online radio service site with 40 million users worldwide. You can download TuneIn through Google Play or the App Store. If you're joining us through PC, log on to the Arirang website and click the on-air button or download the Arirang cast. You can't play back past shows, so be sure to join us while we're on air. If you feel more comfortable with Korean than English, there's a Korean button on the upper right-hand corner of the Arirang website. Drop by the Hotbeat website often and leave us your comments. Now let's listen to 누나라고 불러, Call Me Nuna by 강민희 and Kanto, and 끊어줄래, Hang Up by Hane, featured by Sani and Taewon. 누나라고 불러, Call Me Nuna by 강민희 and Kanto, and 끊어줄래, Hang Up by Hane, featured by Sani and Taewon. I'm going to take a break to see what messages you've left me. 조은정 from Korea. Kevin oppa, my sister are tuning into Hotbeat every night. We're going to listen in today as well. We talk about how much we love the show all the time. Today, I feel tired after studying with my friends at the library. Please give us energy by playing Infinite's The Chaser. Thank you. Noor Aji Luffy Prakoso from Indonesia. It's already a year. Wow, time does fly so fast, although sometime I found it hard to listen, but I always listen when I had a chance, and it's always a fun radio, so all my fatigue were all gone because of you, Kevin Young. Hope you for all the very best. Lena from Indonesia. Hi, Kevin. Maybe you just curious what does kak mean? Kak in Indonesians is bahasa, means oppa in Korean. Oh, so kak is oppa? Alright. Hi, Kevin oppa. I'm Lena from Indonesia. You haven't read any one of my messages I sent to you, but I will never give up. I'm just really curious, how many hours do you sleep a day? Terima kasih, Kevin oppa. Well, normally I sleep 5 hours, 6 hours. Yeah, around there. Shane from Philippines. Hi, oppa. Kamusta ka? It means, how are you okay? Okay, so kamusta ka? Okay. We miss you here in Philippines. My request song is EXO's Peter Pan. 사랑해, 화이팅! Ella from Tunisia. This is hi, this is my first time listening to Hotbeat. Kevin oppa, you are so cute. I'm definitely gonna listen to you every day. I want to request David's song. Hoo. Thank you. 사랑해 oppa. Ria from Indonesia. Hello, Kevin. How's your day? I want to request A-Pink's No. Please, oppa. Thanks for sharing, guys. Let's listen to some of your request songs. 추격자, The Chaser by Infinite, requested by 조은정 from Korea, and Peter Pan by EXO, requested by Shane from Philippines. Alright, that was 추격자, The Chaser by Infinite, requested by Joon Jung from Korea, and Peter Pan by EXO, requested by Shane from Philippines. Well, it's time to wrap up part 1 of Hotbeat. On part 2, now we'll be back with David on Pray For You. We'll be talking about your love life, and love stories, of course. And I'll be back in our second hour. Here is the last song of part 1. No, No, No by A-Pink, requested by Ria Sinarintas Kumara from Indonesia.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to listen to the Heartbeat. All the sexy girls out there, are you ready to join? BET Heartbeat.
Welcome back to the second hour of Hotbeat. That was Never Give Up by Bang Yong-guk and Jello, featured by Heritage. Now let me tell you again how you can tune into Hotbeat. We've got FM stations in Jeju Island, and these are the areas that you can find out. 88.7 in Jeju, 88.1 in Seogwipo, 101.9 in Daejeong, and we've got terrestrial DMB as well. You can also tune into us from New York in the US via snbus.com or SMB Radio. If you got a smartphone, search for Arirang Radio in your app store. It's a free app. ARIRANG RADIO. Arirang Radio. You can listen to our program on the move and leave your comments through the smartphone Arirang Radio app. Also, you can listen to Arirang Radio through TuneIn. It's an online radio service site with 40 million users worldwide. You can download TuneIn through Google Play or the App Store. And I'd love to hear from you guys, so leave us your comments, messages, and song requests here on our Hotbeat message board at www.arirangfm.com/hotbeat. You can write your messages in any languages. We will listen to Give It To Me by Sista and Something by Girls' Day before coming back with David on Pray For You. A special concerting service just for you.
Together with David.
Pray for you! Yes, it's time to talk about your love life and about those concerns you could never tell anyone else. Pray for you. We're joined by our Wednesday guest, David, who will be listening to your stories with me. Hello!
Hello.
Hello there! How was your week, David?
It was very hectic. Always, tiring. I'm always tired.
Always tired.
It's a good thing.
I can see the dark circle.
My dark circles?
Yeah,
Oh,
right
gosh.
underneath your eyes.
I try to cover them. Apparently I didn't do a good job.
Oh gosh. All right,
Yeah.
we received a few messages from our listeners. Rachel from USA. David, did you hear about the tragedy in South Korea? So sad. Oh yes. So,
Yeah, it's definitely really
definitely.
sad. When did you hear directly about it?
Yeah, I was in Korea then. And when I first heard it, I was like, oh no. You know how it happened? The captain.
Yeah.
He left. The,
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So, they trying to find the real stories behind it.
Story.
But, I feel sorry to everyone.
I mean,
And their families as well. So.
yeah, I feel like it hit me late because I feel like all these tragedies always hit me late. Like, I always like, oh, something bad happened.
Happened,
but
yeah.
then the impact of it doesn't hit me until like a couple days later. And that's what happened this time as well. But then like, first of all, I was like, oh, of course they're going to be safe, blah, 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 blah. But then all of a sudden, like, days passed
Yes.
and like, weeks passed and it just, I started to feel the magnitude of like how many people, lost their loved ones, and it was.
Well, we truly feel sorry for you, all of the families and the loved ones. Let's continue to read some more. Please, second.
Yang Jun from
Yes.
Korea says, please share a thought with a sad heart. And once again, I feel like this is a time where you really shouldn't take for granted the people you have in your life. Whether that's your parents, it doesn't matter whether you got into a fight or not,
No.
you don't know if the world is, you don't know what's going to happen next. And I feel like it's really a reminder for us to actually never take for granted the people and always, make the best of your life today.
And Carmen Martinez from Venezuela. Hello, Kevin and David. Greetings from Venezuela. Could you send greetings to my friends Katie, Yossi, Josdi, Good? Is that how you read? Good. Helen and M something. Please. Ellen from Hong Kong. Please, David.
Oh yeah, David, you're like an elder brother in the relationship compared to Kevin. I really like your honesty and I love your song. Ellen.
Woo, Ellen.
Not my words, but I mean, I don't think I'm like an elder brother. No, I think it's because I listen to a lot of people's relationship stuff. But me, myself, I haven't been in too many relationships. I'm sure Kevin Hyung is far more like a 선배.
No, you're like the
in
love,
relationship.
Well, love relationship wise, I think you're my 선배.
No. I'm very innocent. I'm still innocent.
All right. Okay, Helen from Venezuela. David is here once again. Yay!
Yeah.
David, you look like a teenager. So you're young. Well, you're young, David. You're 23, right? 23?
No, I'm 24 in American
24,
age.
24.
I'm
yeah.
only 1 year younger than you.
Oh, but you look young. You look younger than me.
Thank
you look
you.
younger than everyone. So.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Now, shall we get started with a pray for you? Let's read our first message, please.
Okay, the first message is
Rinka.
from Rinka.
Yeah, from Japan.
From Japan.
Yep.
And she says, I'm going through something tough right now because of a coworker who's come back to the office after 5 years.
5 years.
All the work she does is a little bit off, and it's interfering with my work. It was fine working with her 5 years ago. I don't know what happened. I wish she would pay a little bit more attention. I want to tell her how I feel, but she's older than me and I don't want to hurt her feelings. I want to be honest, but it's hard with someone who's older than you. I'm so stressed out. What can I do to change her?
Song request change by Hyuna, featured by Yongjun Hyung. Well, first of all, I think a lot of people in the business industry or especially in the office or maybe in some group, I think everybody go through this stress.
But I think is Japan also like Korea where they're very specific on who's entitled to what title and like who's older than who, like the 선배 후배 stuff in Korea.
Yes.
I'm curious.
Elder,
do you know if it's similar in Japan?
I think so. Yeah, that's what I heard. And
in America, it's definitely not that way.
not.
It's always about the
Definitely not.
rank, just about the rank.
Rank and well, if you have a tough boss.
A tough boss. Ooh.
Well, I think everybody understand what I'm trying to,
Anybody who's worked before,
Worked before,
I'm sure
yeah.
they've come across.
But like with this situation, I think she has to go up to him or her, right? Him? Is it him or her? Anyways, she. Okay. And
Her.
tell her that you have this feeling about this things that going between you and her, and I think it's better to talk it out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like I think there are things that you can keep to yourself that, if it's not gonna, some things I think you can pass, but if it's interfering with the quality of the work, then I feel like, even if you don't tell that person directly, maybe you can tell a person above that person.
Above the person.
There are always a way, cause sometimes I feel uncomfortable talking to a higher person than me,
yes,
who might be able to rat me out and,
So that's can be a point, a tip for you. If it's really hard to just go straight to her and tell her that you don't like this and you have this thing, then why not try to talk to somebody else like who's in higher than her.
Maybe even get like a group of people. That's more, what do you call it? Intervention.
Yeah, intervention. There you go. That's the word. That's the word. Intervention.
Maybe that's what she needs.
What she needs right now. And well, for me, I'm in a company, and I go through this. I've been through this situation before. What we did was, because I'm one of the member of ZEA, and we have 9, so. I tell to all of my members that I have this problem with this person. Can you guys actually, say something like to me, or like if you have any advice? Let's put it that way. If you have any advice, just tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm right.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong, then okay, I'll fix it. But if I'm right, could you help me out to talk
to get the message
Yeah,
across?
to message across. Yes, right there. And it worked actually. It
Wow,
worked.
okay, that's good.
It worked.
That's really good.
So if you have any friends or coworkers,
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it's going to be offensive either way to that person in that moment.
true.
But if there are more people to back you up, then it's probably in a nice way. Then it's probably going to feel less like an attack. But oh, maybe I am actually doing something wrong if it's not only one person. So I think that's good advice.
Yes, that's there you go. If you have any concerns or need relationship advice, please share with us. Let's leave your message on our message board, guys, with the words "Pray for You" or any other title related to our segment. Now we'll be back after a song. Now here's David's song. Also Ella from Tunisia requested this song. Woo hoo hoo. Woo hoo. Yeah. Woo hoo hoo by David, requested by Ella from Tunisia. Now we're here with David on our segment Pray for You, where we listen to your messages and stories. Of course, stories. Stories. Now let's read out one of our listeners' message from Korea. Jinju wrote this message. Please.
Shiro KDJ.
KDJ.
I'm guessing that's you, Kevin DJ.
Yes, KDJ.
How are you? It's Jinju. Every second of every minute is so hard for me these days.
Yep.
And I have no one to talk to. I'm fine with being busy or tired because of work, but I'm so stressed out. My head hurts. I feel nauseous and I don't want to do anything. I used to be an icon of positive thinking, but now I'm always frowning and overreacting to little jokes and always sighing. Recently, I exploded on someone. I'm trying to reduce all the things that are stressing me out. So I wrapped up a bunch of things I was doing and took some time to meet up with friends and eat good food.
Yep.
But still, there's a part of me that can't get my energy back up. There are a lot of reasons I'm so stressed, but I think I'm just depressed because I feel like no one's really on my side, and there's no point in me living. Maybe I'm just lonely, and it's spring. I know that your attitude can change so much, but I can't change how I think. I feel so unsettled. Kevin or David, have you ever felt really alone in the world or depressed? You have no strength or appetite, and you can't sleep, and you don't want to do anything. How did you overcome it? Give me some tips and some energy.
Okay. She's definitely depressed.
Sounds like some serious business.
Serious business right there. And, well, a lot of people go through this, what do you call, process? Situation?
Yeah.
Where
Slump maybe.
Slump, dilemma. When I have this, well, for me, when I have this, I usually do something that I really like. For example, listen to music all day, or go to movies.
Yeah.
Let's just watch movies all day, or meet with friends and just chat.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you do if you have so much stress and you just wanna let this thing all out of you?
I really think it depends on how stressed I am. You know, sometimes there are the small things that I can, push off by like saying, just meeting a friend or just eating really good food. Usually food always does the cure. But sometimes, when you're going through that pattern, and I feel like she's kind of going through something similar, and I can really relate to her. And I feel like sometimes it's like a pattern. Like, and it's this slump, it's not something, and she said that she met with friends, but it didn't work out or something.
No.
So, I mean, I think in this case, it's more of a mentality thing, and it might not even be for a specific reason. Sometimes you just don't feel like, you're worth anything. You feel like you're useless, or you don't know why you're alive. I felt that way before, but I think one thing that really helped is, this is one of my slogans that I always use, but you fake it till you make it. And it's usually used for work. You act like you know what you're doing, and then you eventually know what you're doing.
Yes.
But in this case, I feel like it's a mentality that has to change.
Yep.
And even if it's hard in the beginning, you've already said you tried everything, it's not working.
It's not working
you
out.
just have to try to change your attitude. Always try to be happy.
Happy, yes.
And I think, that can bring up your mood.
Right there.
I mean, what do you
might
think?
help. It might help, and definitely out there. Well, definitely, because this mentality thing. I know if you have a slump and you just cannot get out of that slump, then all you need to do is you gotta let yourself out and just throw yourself out. Like with okay, for example, meet with friends. And if you have stress or if you have any problems, just share with them. You know, if you keep that like to yourself, it'll make it worse.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna work out after all.
Yeah,
You know what I
I mean, maybe she's not, even though she's talking to her friends and eating stuff, maybe she's not getting it out of her system yet.
No,
either.
no.
And maybe that's why it's still, you know.
It's still inside her.
Yeah.
Or maybe talk to your parents about this. You know, they've been through this. So why not just go up to your mother or father and say, Mom and Dad, I have this problem. Well, it keeps annoying me, and I'm so much I'm so sad and I'm so depressed right now. Could you help me out here? And they'll give you advice, and that might help you out, like through this dilemma.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure your parents, they've definitely had to gone through a slump, you know, in their lifetime.
Yep. And if you, well, you didn't say that you have a boyfriend or not, but if you have a boyfriend, that can be another thing.
Of course.
Just go up to your boyfriend and, you know, if you stay with your boyfriend, I think that'll.
But I think it also does have to do with how the people around you, if they're depressed as well, I don't think that ever helps the energy. Like I've done that before. Like, you know, I've been depressed, so I went to another friend, and he was depressed.
Okay.
So then, like, we didn't get anywhere.
So both of you were depressed.
Yeah.
And, like,
I think you need to surround yourself with maybe more positive people.
Positive people,
And I
true.
think that really helps. One funny thing was, I've been taking like a bunch of, you know, I'm practicing singing, and I randomly took some acting lessons as well, right? And for one of our classes, I was really not feeling well that day, but he said, we're going to practice laughing today. And I was like, I don't know if I'm in the mood. But he just had every single one of the person go up there and laugh with a different type of person. You know, there's a sad laugh, there's like a happy laugh, there's like a, what is it, like laughing at someone laugh. Yeah, there's like the angry laugh. And he just had us laugh the whole entire time, like, you know, just go up in front of everyone and just be like, ha 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 ha, and just like, you know, laugh, even if it sounded really fake.
I see.
And try to be as genuine as possible, try to laugh and at the end of class, it was ridiculous at the moment. I was like, what am I doing? But after class, I felt a lot more lighter.
better.
And maybe she needs to laugh a bit more.
And this is another tip for you. If you're Christian, you know, prayers can also help you out.
Definitely.
If you're Christian. Like every time, you know me, like my dad's a pastor, and if I have really, like, if I cannot solve this problem by myself, I go to, you know, I pray to get my answer back. Well, that can be another tip for you.
I mean, so, especially because there's, you know, there's so much we can do in our own, you know, strength.
True.
So, always good to look outside.
That's our tips for you, Jinju. So don't worry.
Don't worry.
Be happy.
And surround yourself with good people.
Don't worry, be happy, and surround with good people. Okay, now here is our last message from USA.
Caitlin. I actually know her. I think I know her.
Really?
I think this is the same Caitlin because I read over it a little bit. And
Are you serious?
Yeah.
She's your
and
friend?
she's actually. Oh, I've met her a couple times. She came to my fan meeting as well, and we talked. And she's a regular. Actually, she talks to me a lot on Twitter and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure this is the same one.
Okay, so could you do the honor for us?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Caitlin from USA. I came to Korea to study Korean, and I've been here for 8 months. This is my second semester doing my program, and it's not as good as it was last semester. I don't get along with people as well, and I don't like any of my classes. I really want to learn Korean, but the class is incredibly boring. The teacher has never taught before, and I feel like I'm not learning anything.
Oh, no.
I guess I'm just really frustrated and defeated not being able to take the classes I want because of the limited number and especially because I'm not able to learn as much Korean as I want.
Oh.
I could really use some encouragement. Thank you.
Okay, before we talk about this Caitlin's story, okay, when you were a student, David,
Yeah.
did you have any subject that you really hated?
Oh, of course.
Really hated?
I really, 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 really hated chemistry.
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 Oh,
Science
no.
was just not my thing.
Okay.
It was just.
Science.
I was actually not too bad at math, but science, it just.
Okay.
I couldn't comprehend.
So chemistry, biology, all of those.
all of the physics.
Physics.
Physics was a little bit of math, so it was a little bit better, but
Okay.
chemistry was by far the worst stress I've ever been through. Barely passed. How about you?
For me, I like all the subjects, to
Uh-huh.
be honest, because we had like really good teachers.
Oh.
Like really cool teachers. You know how like those teachers where you like, he always goes up to you like, Kevin, you have to do this. Why didn't you do that? Always on me. I don't know why, but always.
He always attacked you?
Yeah, he always. I don't know why, but
But you're saying he was a good teacher?
no, not him.
Oh, not him. Not
And
him.
his subject was math.
Okay, math. Oh, math.
I hated
teachers.
math.
You know how math teachers are. Yeah.
They're always like, Kevin, what are you doing, Kevin? Like, why me? Why, like, come on, you have like 30 kids here, 30 students in this class, and why does it have to be always me?
What were you doing?
Nothing.
Are you sure?
I don't know, because of my race, I don't know, I don't know, but he always comes up to me and says, Kevin, what are you doing? Study. Why are you looking at the board? Why are you just staring at the window?
Did you zone out a lot?
Huh?
Did you zone out very easily?
No.
No, not at all.
Well, I'm not the math type guy. Definitely. Well, like you said, like some people are talented with the math.
Yeah, that's
some
true.
people who are not talented with math, and I'm those kind of people who
Yeah,
were not talented
at
with math. But he always comes up to me like, "Why, Kevin?" So I hated math. That's why I hated math.
Yeah.
So. But rest of them, the history, science, the English, what else? Geography wasn't bad, but
I never took geography. I think we just covered it in like history for us.
History.
Yeah.
oh man, good old times.
Did you take any other languages?
I took French,
French?
German,
Oh, sure. Yeah, German. Wow. Okay.
Japanese, and
What?
Korean. But later, I chose Korean because my parents said, you gotta get back to your Koreans because if you lose your Korean,
It's
this
true.
is blah blah blah.
My parents
So-
were very strict on that too.
Yeah, so I chose Korean later on. But anyways, okay, that's our subjects, hated subject from when we were in high school.
But it seems like Caitlin likes this subject. She wants to learn Korean,
But this is like the different story, right?
yeah, the
opposite
teacher isn't helping her with her passion. She's actually killing her passion.
Killing your passion. Like that happened to me, but I didn't had any passion to math. But he was like killing my passion.
Yeah.
With the math. I can see that, but I think he's doing wrong right here.
He's doing
Because
something wrong, apparently.
Apparently, like I mean,
But to be fair, he's beginner teacher. Like, I think she said it was his first time teaching. So he's probably not. He hasn't gotten that, what
Method?
works and what
Teaching
works.
method?
Yeah, teaching method yet. I feel like this, or email him.
Email him.
Yeah, or send a complaint. Yeah.
And I think if she's struggling, the first thing that that she needs is teacher, advice from like I said, 선배님 or the elder person. She needs the advice, but he's not or she's not helping her right now.
Maybe look to some other students, and I mean, for crying out loud, you have Korean everywhere.
Everywhere.
So I mean, take advantage of that. And I honestly, in my opinion, if you want to learn a language fast,
Yep.
you need to hang out with those native people.
Native people, true. That's
best
true
way.
fact. That's the way.
No grammar.
Doom, doom,
no
doom. That's
teacher
the-
can ever teach you what
No.
you can learn from just hanging out with friends from
Yeah,
that country.
that's the fastest way.
Maybe that should be your goal. And you're here for a short time. Make it worth it. Make some new friends, and you'll learn more Korean than you ever did than in any of those classes. Guarantee you.
That's I think that's the best fact right there.
That's
because
fact.
that's how I got my well, I'm not like that good with Japanese, but that's how I got my Japanese.
Oh,
You know,
really?
I had like few friends, Japanese friends, and I talk to them even if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I just keep talking to them with the weird weird Japanese.
You're-
but they correct me.
Oh, they corrected you. Oh man, I'm so jelly. I
Why?
mean, so you can speak. You're like what? You're trilingual then.
Well, now I'm so interested learning in Chinese, French.
Okay.
Well, if I have time, seriously, if I have time, I want to learn Spanish, French, German, Chinese. Like
my
I want
gosh.
to master everything.
Yeah, I want to too, but like, I think you that's probably where your talent lies then. If you have that much like space to actually retain all those languages and have that drive to learn all those languages. I mean, yeah, more power to you. I mean, I wish I could do that. Learn like more than 2, I think, is my max. 2.
But what about like Spanish? Isn't Spanish in States?
Yeah,
It's not,
I learned it for
is
like
it
7
common?
years since middle school to high
Okay,
school, but
alright.
not
didn't
a
that
lot
help
of it.
you a lot?
No, not really. It
No?
didn't stay with me because I didn't have a chance to use it.
Oh,
And it just disappeared, and all I remember is like really weird stuff and like just random sporadic words.
That's the another thing with education. Like, well, I don't want to go too deep with this education thing, but if you learn something, you got to use it.
Of course.
But if you don't use it, then you just start to forget the things that you learned.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? So, for example, with the math.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's say you know all the algebra, the things like well, there are a lot of methods out there. You learn throughout the high school, but if you don't use it, you start to forget things. Right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
You're
Just
completely
give me-
right, and I'm just laughing because I just went to a flashback.
Okay.
I remember every single day of class, there was this one kid in our class who would just be a very big butthead and be like, how is this going to apply to my life? How is learning the Pythagorean theorem going to help me in my life? And like, and it's true though.
It's true. It's true though.
And if you're not going to use it past college, which you might, depending on your major, it really isn't going to. I mean, by golly, I haven't used Spanish, since I left high school, and I haven't used even like a fifth of probably of what I learned in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think you actually
go.
retained a lot? You still use a lot of the stuff?
Oh no, not at all. Like from the high school, what I learned, like basically like the science, the basic stuff. You do basic stuff, right? Before you major the right subject.
That's
in
true.
in the university. Throughout the high school, you learn a lot of stuff.
Social skills too.
Social skills, yeah, and including like I actually learned all those what do you call it? The breathing the
Heimlich maneuver?
yeah. That's the word. Yeah, what was that again?
Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that where someone's choking and
choking
you're
and when she's in a pool and
oh yeah, and she drowns.
drowned and you gotta
is that CPR?
CPR.
Yeah.
Yes. I learned that too. Because it's like a compulsory.
Yeah. Have you had to use it though?
No, I use it on the doll, but when you practice, like in a school, with a mannequin.
Yeah,
looking
you can
thing.
save someone's life.
Yeah, but if you don't use it, then
It's all useless.
all useless. But I'm not saying the kids who are learning right now. I'm not saying that it's all useless after all. But
Of course.
it's
You never
good to
know.
learn things.
Good to have a wide scope, so you know what you want to do later.
Yes. So don't get us wrong.
Yeah,
okay?
don't get us wrong. School is good. Stay in school, guys.
Okay.
Stay in
Alright,
school.
Stay in school. All right. So with this, Caitlin, the best way is meet with friends. Go out there. Since you're in Korea, Koreans are not like foreigners. No, well,
Yeah.
they get frightened.
Some people
Some
are.
people are, but just go friendly with the relationships. Just make it smooth at first. Just saying hi, 안녕. And you said you learn few Koreans. Then use your Koreans, and they will feel comfortable and
Yeah.
start to.
Koreans love it when
Korean loves it.
foreigners
speak English.
They're like,
Korean,
wow,
yes.
oh my gosh, they find it so interesting that they can actually speak Korean.
Yeah.
So be bold.
Be bold.
Be bold.
Right
And
there.
people will automatically be like, wow, you're
Yeah.
cool. I want to hang out with you.
And just go out with them for a lunch or even maybe for dinner and
I
just
agree.
chat. Like like me, like what I did with my Japanese friends, with my Chinese friends.
Okay.
Those were our tips for you guys for today. Okay, David, which message was most memorable for you today?
The second one.
Second one?
Actually, the second one, I can really relate to that because...
Jinju from Korea?
Yeah, because I've been going through something similar, ever since I've been to Korea. It's been on and off.
Okay.
And, I completely relate to her. And I'm sure, guarantee you she's probably around our age. I feel like our age is that very sensitive time where you're like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
I graduated college. I don't know where I'm going. Yeah. How about you?
For me, I think I'll go for Rinka from Japan. She's struggling with the relationship between the same
upper older person colleague.
Well, if you have any concerns or need relationships, advice for us,
our message board is always open. So leave your message with Pray For You.
Pray for you.
Or other words related to our segment in the title.
It's time to wrap up Pray For You with David. And I'll see you next week. But before that, before we close, here is our last song for you.
Our one last song, which is Happy Ending by AOA.
AOA. And I'll see you next week, David.
See you next Wednesday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And now it's time to hear your request songs on Here I Am. Today's request comes from Nur Sufia from Singapore. Hi Kevin Appa, I'm a new listener from Singapore. Thanks to my friend Maria, I've got hooked to Hot Beats. I would like to have my first song request from you. Wedding Dress by Taeyang. 감사합니다. Have a wonderful night. Okay, here is Nur Sufia's request song, Taeyang's Wedding Dress. And these are my recommendations for Nur Sufia's message. Well, congratulations for the first time tuning into Hot Beat. So I would like to recommend it to you. Thank You by D-Unit, featured by Benzino. Okay, let me tell you the answer to today's quiz. The answer was number 2, 술, alcohol. The winner will be announced after the show on a Happy Message board. If you see your name on the list, leave us your name, address, phone number, and your country. Today's winner will be receiving a Polaroid photo of Zell. And it's time to close out Hot Beat for Wednesday, May 7th. I'll be back tomorrow with More Than Words and Teddy's Music Diary. And also, Mission Impossible will continue tomorrow. 안녕!